Welcome to Discovery and welcome to the best black metal albums of 2022 so far. We had a pretty good year for black metal and we're hitting the halfway mark. My previous videos have been 30 plus minutes long, which shortened down a little bit for these spin-off videos for the best metal albums so far. We're going to focus on black metal today, then the next will be death metal, then we're going to go to metalcore along with the best doom metal of 2022. So there's a lot of content this week. So we're going to keep it short, simple and stupid for this brand new video, and let's get on with it. Now before I start, pop your favorite black metal albums down below. I've only chosen 10 albums. The big massive black metal video, the top 40 in December. My last top 40 black metal albums went incredibly well, got like over 2,000 views. So coming in at number 10 is Kalwich Calling and the album Dreams of Fragmentation. This overall accessible and accomplished album, and Chelsea Murphy's vocals are absolutely fantastic. If you love some beautiful, passionate vocals mixed with some aggressive, shrieky vocals as well, gonna fucking well love this. This is strikingly brilliant, such a finely calibrated album, and just some great fucking songs like Cascading Waves is such a beautiful song with the beautiful shimmering guitars sprinkled along with some great synth work, and all of a sudden it's about a 14-minute song, but midway through it's you hard and just aggressive black metal. Phosphenic Ray, Mercurial Inversion, such incredible post progressive black metal songs, and it's such a great album overall. So Dreams of Fragmentation by Kalwich Calling is sitting at number 10. So coming in at number 9 is, surprise surprise, Esoctrilihum, Consecration of the Spiritüs Flesh. Now, Askeesi is fantastic on this, and I really do enjoy his vocals. They are grandiose and groundbreaking at times, and his vocal work is absolutely incredible. Such a talented vocalist he is, also a talented instrumentalist with this French metal band. It's just a one-man band, and I'll tell you what, such incredible gut-wrenching, in-your-face, aggressive black metal songs. I love the death metal aesthetics on this, but it's more black metal, especially his vocals. Like I said in Consecration of the Spiritüs Flesh Discovery episode, is that it's hard-hitting, it's aggressive, it's like a fucking ancient god rising from the dead, ready to destroy civilization. I love how cerebral and catchy this album is. Again, it's such a finely calibrated but head-banging album, and the production's a lot rawer than Die Frecken for the Serpent Telepath. If you remember, Die Frecken for the Serpent Telepath was my favorite black metal album of 2022. Well, unfortunately, Consecration of the Spiritüs Flesh is a very good album overall, but I feel there are a lot better and stronger black metal albums than Consecration of the Spiritüs Flesh, unfortunately. Yes, it's a very good Esoctrilihum album, but I would have liked this album to be a little bit longer. This was his shortest fucking album in his discography. Of course, it's harmonically rich and just rich in tone for what it is. It is incredibly aggressive and it's chaotic with Arf, such one of the most aggressive fucking Esoctrilihum songs ever. It's some really good black metal. It's experimental at times, but holy shit, Esoctrilihum sounds like Esoctrilihum on this LP. Okay, so coming in at number 8 is Watain, the Agony of Ecstasy of Watain. This album is overall a pretty good LP. It's quite ambitious for Watain, to be honest. Very different to a Watane sounding album. It's more, it's got many elements from their discography. Like you can hear a little bit of Wild Hunt, you can hear a little bit of Sworn of Dark. But it's such a well-focused album, and I do really enjoy the overall vocals on this, not to mention how stratospheric and atmospheric this album is. It's quite progressive in tone as well. It's also cleverly written. Like, this album has some great drumming, great guitar work, and not to mention the unpredictable moments you were getting on this LP. But yeah, it's pretty well cohesive and complex album to sink your teeth in. It's also a conceptual album. Songs like Black Cunt, Hello, Leper's Grace, songs like We Remain, Sepulchrian, all absolutely fantastic. And not to mention Howling. Yes, this is another energetic and aggressive fucking album, but it works overall. One of my favorite black metal albums of 2022 so far. Next up is Lord Belial and the album Rapture. This is their first album in 14 years, and I'll tell you what, this is a return of form. The Black Curse was an okay album, and the albums before that were okay, but this is as good. This is as good as the 90s work by Lord Belial. Just a really aggressive black metal with some great guitar work, and again, it's quite accessible. Some really percussion-soaked moments, awesome sublime and melodic moments as well. Love the texture on this, and the production is absolutely fantastic. The vocal work is really aggressive in tone, and I love his shrieks, not to mention his growls as well. And yeah, this is a cerebral modern day classic. It's very cleverly written, and at times it's quite head banging as anything. Songs like On a Throne of Souls, what an incredible song. My Name is Legion. My Name is Legion, such an aggressive song as well. Evil Incarnate, Infinite Darkness and Death. Songs like Belial Gods, especially when he screams out Belial, whole butt thrashing stuff. The best black metal albums of the year so far, but to think it's only sitting here? What other black metal albums are better than this one? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So we talk about a lot of melodic black metal albums. Well, we're going to talk about more atmospheric, stratospheric albums. We're talking about Leaving This World, Leaving It All Behind by Izthmi. A lot of people really enjoy this atmospheric progressive. There's some beautiful folky elements, traditional folk, along with some beautiful shimmering guitars. Vocals are very piercing in tone, but it's such a well polished and primal album to sink your teeth in. Some really nice, clean guitar moments, and the drumming is fantastic, but it also has this raw textured production, relentless in tone as well. But I love the reverb. Songs like The Shadows of Our Disillusionment, one incredible songs. The melodies are amazing. The laughable semblance of freedom. Songs like Leaving This World, songs like Leaving It All Behind, so damn good. It's a conceptual album, you could say, and I just love the artwork as well. The artwork has this very mystical, fantastical image. Just so damn good. I know Questy loves this album, and I understand why. Beautiful atmospheric black metal, aggressive metal elements as well. It's progressive black metal. It is just fantastic overall. It's one of the best black metal albums. Okay, so next up is Blut, Disharmonium, Undreamable Abysses. If you want some really scary, apprehensive, vehement music, you're gonna really enjoy this. This is the most scariest fucking album you could ever hear. Very similar to the album very similar to the band like Achilles, and this is very nightmarish black metal. And the vocals are an instrument, very similar to Hallucinogen by Blut, except this is much more scarier and darker album. It's just covered in obscurity, weird vocals on it. There are some great melodies on this. The melodies do really get stuck in your head. That cannot be dreamed, Into the Woods, like in the Apophysis of the Unnameable. Absolutely incredible work by Blut Snord, and I absolutely love it. Tales of the Old Dreamer, one of the best to have Blut Snord songs. This is such an experimental band, in my opinion. They have done everything. They have done everything in the discography. I will definitely need to do a discography review. I definitely need to do a discography review for Blut Snord. But what can I say? Blut Snord wasn't a snore, it was a fucking banger, a very scary banger of an album, but holy shit, what a beautiful, nightmarish, scary album, filled with just trepid moments. Okay, so next up is a band no one is actually talking about. I think the only person that's talking about it is me, to be honest, especially on YouTube. But I'm going to go with Askeesi, Genetic Grief. What an incredible atmospheric album. It's just full of indulgence, such a feel-good album as well, especially the beginning of this LP, and it's at different stages of grief. The vocal work is absolutely fantastic. Now, there are unknown members. I think it's just a one-man band, and it's such a beautiful and blissful black metal album with some beautiful playful passages along the way, and not to mention, if you like bands such as Agony and even like Panopticon, even like Alcest, you're probably really going to enjoy this. This plays along with so many different emotions. It just, at times, it reminds me of bands such as Death Dance, Happy Days, and even a bit of Forgotten Tomb. Like, it's the focus on the lyrics as well. It's got elements of depression on this. It's very similar to bands like, it's got a Suicide Forest edge to it. It's really cleverly written, this album. But yeah, it's the production has this raw tone, which I know a lot of people will love it. I love the synth work on this, and I think it's just one of the best black metal albums. Where Do My Ravens Fly? What an incredible song. In the Name of the Mountains has one of the best fucking melodies of the year. Got songs like Genetic Grief, which is like 18 minutes long with a beautiful ambient synth work on it. Got songs like Monotonous Sounds of Emptiness. What a way to end off the album. Yeah, I love the vocals on this. I love the guitar work. I can't praise this album enough. You gotta listen to Askeesi, Genetic Grief, if you like atmospheric black metal. What an incredible ride this album was. So damn good. Are you ready for some more dark and atmospheric and even doomier black metal? We're talking about Heidnir and his album Jenseits Kosmos. Now, I'll tell you what, this is fantastic. If you like bands such as Inquisition, that's it. Like, if you like bands such as Inquisition, this is a very similar sounding Inquisition band, and it's absolutely incredible. Heidnir, the vocalist, the instrumentalist, a one-man band, produced such a solid friggin' album with some amazing songs on it. I love Fremde Kosmen, what an incredible song. Vonschwanzen Tangen Ven Gunsten, what an amazing song as well. This again is very aggressive black metal. Production is fantastic. This is a modern day sounding black metal album. It's playful at times, especially like the first song is so playful. The riffs are there, tremolo is there. I really love how this album can get you intoxicated, not alcohol way, but it can get you intoxicated. How good this LP is. But a replayable album as well. well. It's one of my favorite albums, and this is why it's so damn high, because the riffs are so damn catchy. The melodies are there. It flows like water. It really does, and it's got some doomier song. It's got some even symphonic elements that build throughout this album as well. It's quite riveting. It's quite energetic. That's enough cinnamons for me, but holy shit. Heidnir, Jenseits Kosmos is one of my favorite albums. Yeah, if you haven't heard Heidnir yet, check them out now. Okay, so next up is, well, it is an album I have shilled a lot, a band I've shilled a lot. Sothoris, that background, and the album Wpieklowstapienie. Now, what an incredible album this is. This at times reminds me of a bit of a Behemoth, a bit of Mogwai. This is more on the black and death metal side, especially the vocals, but the riffs have that really black metal edge. Again, very aggressive black and death metal. This is fantastic black and death metal. I'm going to call it black and death because it is more of a black and death metal album. It's grandiose inside. Again, the riffs are amazing on this, really amazing, and it's such a head-bangable album. My favorite song will probably be Opus D, along with Requiem Dahien, along with the friggin' cool riffs you are getting. It's very atmospheric, and yeah, the vocals on this are absolutely fantastic. Very satisfying to your ears as well. If you love black metal, black and death, really enjoys the Sothoris. I feel this is the reason why it's so high up, is because it's such a replayable album. You want to hear this album over and over again. Holy shit. It is mesmerizing black metal, with such a well-rounded black metal album as well. But yes, the Sothoris Wpieklowstapienie is sitting at number 2. Okay, so I have to give it to my number 1 black metal album of the year so far. It is none other than White Ward and the album False Light. Now, at first I wasn't really going to check out this album just because of this album cover. The album cover is atrocious. It really is. You know, I did a little bit of editing with this album cover on the iPhone, and I found 100 different ways for this album to look. You could have it actually in black and white. You could change the exposure a little bit. You could change the saturation, and this album cover would look a lot better than this. Yeah, so that's my pet hate about this album cover, but I gotta say, thank God the music is so damn good. It is mesmerizing. It is such an experimental album. It is just amazing. Leviathan, an incredible song. This is there's elements of post-black metal. There's also elements of atmospheric black metal. It's just got everything. It really does. Incredible lineup as well. I love the vocal work. This is a Ukrainian band. After all the shit Ukraine has gone through this year, a band like White Ward is able to produce an album as strong as this. What an incredible LP overall. Just really, at times, some really aggressive black metal, but there are some beautiful percussion soaked passages along with jazzier moments, like there's a lot of saxophone and strident moments as well. But yet there are also surprising elements such as the brass work on this, and there are just some great songs like Leviathan, Salt Paradise, those weird vocals, weird clean vocals that really work overall. Songs like Phoenix, echoes in songs like Phoenix, Kronos, what a fucking banger, and even False Light. Amazing piece of work White Ward has produced. I just love how atmospheric and different this album is. It's a feel-good album. It's quite ambitious, such a well-accomplished, all-rounded album, and my god, what an incredible album False Light is. So yeah, let me know in the comments below your favorite black metal albums of 2022 so far. Do you agree or disagree in my opinion? Remember, there have been a lot of black metal albums this year. And don't you worry, I will be releasing my top 40 by the end of the year. And a lot of people seem to have enjoyed that top 40 last year where I gave you 40 black metal albums of the year, and there have been some astounding black metal albums. There's a lot of albums I forgot to mention. So yeah, amazing. So yeah, another year of great black metal. Let me know in the comments below your favorites, and I will see you in the next one.